Hey, hi. I have this thought, and I want to get the thought out while it's in my head. My wife and I are talking. I've been doing a lot of writing over the last couple of days, and we finally sat down and she caught up with what was going on. And I said something to her. It was, I know where I'm going, but half the fun is getting there, which to me sounded like it's not the destination, it's the journey, which is kind of really the same thing. And also, there's a lot of light coming from the window. But here's the thought that I was having, because I think this is something that I've always done. See, when I was a kid, like I remember my father listening to depressing music when my mother left, and it was always like, why are you listening to this? But then later on in my life, when I was feeling down or upset or something, I found that I had a whole tape. Like I even called it love letters and mixtapes because it was just these songs that reminded me of my past or my childhood, and I would go back and I would listen to these things because I was dwelling in that past. I was dwelling in these prior moments, and I found that after I got married, I didn't do that much anymore. Like I don't sit around and just listen to those sad songs. I mean, they're still good songs, and if I hear them on the radio or something, or if I happen to be picking through a folder and I come across it, they're still good songs. But I don't feel the need to sit and listen to those things anymore to remind myself of simpler times or better times because there's never been a better time for me. Like I've enjoyed married life so much, and 2019 has just been the best fucking year for us. Like, it's been amazing. So, there's no need to dwell on the past because my present and my future are just so fucking nice right now. It's, but then I was thinking, like, but that's kind of what I'm doing with my writing. Like, I'm not necessarily dwelling on older times or different times or better times. I've just created this entire fictional universe where things don't necessarily always go right, but things always work out in the end. And I dwell here. I can remember saying to my wife a couple of times that that world is as real to me as what I do here. Like, I work here because this pays the bills, but I live there. That's where all my thoughts tend to go. Like I'll be at work and I'll be listening to it in audio form. And if I'm in a position where I can't necessarily listen to it, but I'm sitting at a desk, I'm writing down notes to prepare myself to go back into this world and move it forward. Then I come home and I sit down and I do the writing. And then my wife listens to the writing and we discuss the writing. Then I'll turn on an episode of Star Trek or an episode of The Orville or any fucking science fiction thing. It don't even have to be science fiction. We could be watching. We've been watching The Act lately, the whole Gypsy Rose Blanchard thing, and I'll see a thing and I'll go, I could do something like that, or this guy looks like a guy who could play a thing in the thing that I'm writing. Like I live there. I live in this world that I've created for myself, and it's no more or less real than anything else that we're doing. And part of me wants to say that's awesome, and then the rest of me is like, that's kind of scary. Am I detached from reality? Am I keeping myself from the actual world so I created another one? But in the time it took me to ask you that question, I can answer it because the answer is no. My wife's right here. I would turn the camera, but I don't think she wants me to turn the camera. My wife is right here. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna rub her shoulder. This is my baby. Like, this is my life. And I understand the difference between my life and the life that I have written for myself in this universe. There is a distinct difference. That it reminds me of that show. Remember we tried to watch that show with the cop and his wife and his kid had died? But in one of the realities, only his wife was dead, and the other one, only the kid was dead, and he shuffled back and forth through both of them. That's how it is. There is no one that's different from the other. The only difference is that when I'm somewhere else, I'm not taking notes about what's happening here because I'm here. I'm here right now in that moment. Like I don't think my life is work, honestly. Like at work, I don't want to say that my life takes a pause or a standby, but I don't consider that my life. You know, that's what I do to pay the bills. It's what I do so I can have a roof over my head and food. Hey, are you making chicken nuggets by chance? I would love some chicken nuggets. That sounds fantastic right now. Like, while I'm at work, it's just what I have to do so that I can come back here and be with my family. Like, the fact that I'm even having this conversation, the fact that there's this debate on whether or not what I do here is real and if what I write is real is a testament to how dedicated I am to what I've been doing. I have written 15 seasons, 3 miniseries, and there's a folder called Elite Force Extended Universe where there are these small standalone stories that don't have anything to do with anything. I've I've got to have written millions of words, millions. Like each season runs like anywhere from 30 to 40 chapters. There are 15 seasons. Like it's I live here. This universe is the universe that I created for myself. And it's not even like the ideal universe, you know? It's not like everything is sunshine and lollipops here and everything seems to go my way. Like there are problems and there's strife and there's conflict and there's turmoil, but they get through it. And damn if that's not my life. Like we have strife and we have conflict and we have issues that we have to deal with. But damn it, we get through it every single time. I'm amazed at how well things tend to turn out for us sometimes. Like it always works out. It always seems to fall right into place at just the last minute. And it's not because, there's some miracle taking place. Like effort is being done, steps are being taken, but that's anything. And even in the universe that I've created, it's not like, we just do says mechanism and then everything's fine. Like steps have to be taken, things have to be done. It's it's as real to me as anything else. Absolutely. And I don't feel like I'm hiding out from the world because I cherish my life. I'm so happy with my wife. I'm so happy with my son. I'm so happy with my family. Like I couldn't have asked for more. My mother-in-law and I are in a really good place. Like I'm really good with Asia's siblings. I say Asia's siblings, but no halves or steps. Mike is my sister. Mike is my brother. The same way Asia calls my sister her sister. Like, of course, that's how it works. Like, we are in a very good place. Like, am I fucking loaded with money? No, I'm not fucking loaded. But I have what I need. I always eat. I always wake up next to and go to sleep next to the most beautiful woman on the planet. Like, holy crap. I couldn't have written it better myself. And if the price of that is there has to be struggle and conflict and turmoil once in a while, so fucking be it. This is very much my world. I live here, but I also live there. And that's just amazing to me.